2:23 in the morning, August 17th, and I just got off of my first IHOP shift. Graveyard shift to be exact. So that means the attended shift was supposed to be 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. And there's a lot on my mind, yo. There is a lot on my mind. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. So, my name is Isaiah Estevan Young. I'm a young dude, 22 years young, and I have a lot going on in my life. This next upcoming year is going to be my most challenging year of life yet, because I just have so much going on. First and foremost, I'm a 5th year senior that's going to school part-time. So in about 2.5 weeks, I'm going to be taking about 10 credits. On top of that, I have one job, 6 hours a week. I have a second job, this IHOP job, where I'll be working the night shift. That would be, again, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Right now, I got to get off early because it's my training days, but 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. After that, or besides that, I'm also heavily involved in my ministry. So when school starts, we're talking about probably a Bible talk. So we're talking like 4 days worth of going to church, a day of getting together, a day of a bigger get together, a day of just like chilling together and a mini work, and then church on Sunday. So 4 days out of the week doing a church commitment. And also on top of that, maintaining friendships, maintaining family life, maintaining health. So I'm really trying to go after being in shape this year, of eating right and just like getting my mind straight. So all of that combined. Then on top of that, you have sleep somewhere in there. And then on top of all that, on top of the 2 jobs, the classes, the ministry stuff, social stuff, health stuff, and the volunteer work I do on the side, then you have YouTube. Then you have Instagram and social media influence and all that stuff, right? So my life is busy. I'm a busy boy. And just as I sit here, as I get off this first IHOP shift, I think the major thing going through my head is just why? Why do all this? What's the vision? Where am I going from here? Because honestly, this isn't exactly aligned with what I would call my life vision was when I was 18 something years old. I definitely did not see myself here. In fact, I'm supposed to be graduated by now, quote unquote, supposed to be. But as I just like sit here and think about like where I'm going and like why even get up in the morning, like what makes it worth it, and really thinking about this question I heard in this podcast, which is essentially, when I go back into this house right now and I go lay down after I'm done recording, what makes all this worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like as I'm looking up at the roof or the ceiling fan doing its thing, how can I really lay there and think, did I spend my time in a wise way today? Or did I spend my time in a way that was worth my time? What made this particularly good? And I haven't really sat down and thought about that question. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really thought too much about the what. I haven't thought too much about the day-to-day, because my whole life I've been a dreamer. I've never been good with the practicals. I've never seen the minutia. It's always been big picture. And what I do know, big picture is like, of course I want to be straight in my faith. I want to be close to God. I want to like really just be, as faithful to being his servant as possible. And then even making that realize in terms of my own personal calling. Like I've been making videos for a minute, so I really do hope this works out. And obviously that's why I'm doing this, with hopes of being able, like, hopefully one day travel the world with all this and just really just have a team around me. I was even texting someone today, one of my friends, and I was like, yo, what would happen, or would you be down if I try to do like some social projects and really trying to get her on board for like, yo, wouldn't it be cool if like one day we were just like traveling? Like if we just got invited up to some random convention in a different state and we just like all traveled and were like road buddies and, got to say like, hey, thank you for inviting us to speak on this thing we accomplished. Like, how dope would that be? And that's sort of, I guess, the big picture goal, you know? That would be really cool. Or maybe even doing something with fashion. I had a fashion brand not too long ago that did decently well. Not like terribly amazing, but you know, like I had a decent amount of sales. So just even thinking about my talents, I'm a graphic designer by trade. I go to school for design. Been doing it for a minute, and sometimes I'm disconnected to it as a passion. When I really sit down, I'm like, what am I passionate about? What can I do that would even be, you know, newsworthy? Like, what would I hope a news article about me would read like if I did so happen to make it? And at the end of the day, I mean, it always seems to come back to this idea of like just community, you know, like somehow being able to spread like a project around love and people being able to feel like they belong, or people really feeling like, man, I don't even know, man. I just want people to feel like at home, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love the idea of hospitality. I love the idea of workforces or just teams and groups of people just being able to relate to each other more. I love the idea of inspiring people, of motivating people and giving people a reason to try harder. And really, I think that's the heart of it, you know? Like, if I can do something where like people hear about me and what I did and it was like, yo, I'm living life kind of small, like I want to try more, like I want more out of it, like I want to do stuff with my life. I think that would be my win. I think that would be my W. So yeah, that's what I'm heading towards. That's what all this is for. That's what these late nights are for. That's why I get up, you know, out of hopes that I can just do work, you know. And like, it's been interesting because I got baptized less than a year ago, and tying in what I think God's vision for me is and like what he's calling me to do. And I just know he's definitely giving me a heart to love people and like to really care about people and see the best in them. So I'm interested to see how my own faithful little ministry plays out. But I really want to be a leader. I'm trying to be built like The Rock. That's just awkward, but I have to throw that in there. I'm trying to be like, not just for his body, but just like his work ethic. The man's a machine, yo. Like, just his mindset. So just, I want to have the dedication to my body like The Rock, the dedication to my mind like a Gandhi, you know, the dedication to the community like a MLK, and the dedication to my faith like Jesus, the dedication to my friends. It's kind of sad, but I don't even know someone who really puts their friends on like that. So just the dedication to my friends, like someone I never seen, you know, just like someone's just like, yo, that dude really went after putting his friends on, or just making sure his friends were okay. And that's who I want to be. That's the goal. That's the ultimate position. So this is day one. This is the start of the complicated lifestyle. And there's plenty of big things coming up. I'm moving soon. I am starting school soon. The next semester, hopefully my last school year, but I think I have a year and a half left. So that starts up soon. It's big things. It's big things. So yeah, that's a piece of my life. I know people probably won't see this for a while, but I guess if I had to speak to my future self, you know, if I had to say like why I'm recording this, if I had to say what makes this video worth it, and something that I hope I reflect on myself, is that I think the extraordinary seems extremely mundane when you're starting the process. That's what I've noticed over a lifetime. I took a social movement class and I saw these women, Moms Demand Action, I think the group name was, who they're just everyday moms who one day someone decided to make a Facebook group that said like, yo, we don't want our kids dying anymore. And, you know, it took off. And even seeing their day-to-day actions, it's like, hey, you know, tabling, you know, come set up a tent at the farmer's market and invite people out. And you're like, what? Like, this is what you guys do? Like, this is it? And you think it would be like spectacular, but like this same group is a group that changed laws and everything like that. And even as me, who's starting to get into this process of really trying to be a stand for like love, peace, community, harmony, all that good stuff, I have to start small like this, you know, like I have to somehow provide finances for myself. I have to provide roof over my head. I have to provide just some sort of stability. But I can't forget about this other calling too, this big picture thing. So it's like almost trying to combine two things, and it seems mundane in the moment. It seems mad mundane. I'm like, even sitting here, I'm like, yeah, you know, like I definitely could imagine like someone that I started school with who's graduated already walking into IHOP late at night and being like, bro, what you doing here? What's going on in your life? And me breaking down everything and being disappointed in myself, because it's like, yo, all that big, I've been talking big for a while. Like I've had all these visions, and this is what I've accomplished for myself. You know, like these are the fruits of my labor, not even compared to anything else. But at the end of the day, you know, like I have all this stuff going on. These are the works of my hand. This is what I was able to get in my life. And then just being down about that. But, you know, my fight's nowhere near over, yo. At least I hope not. Hopefully, when I go to bed tonight, I can really be thankful towards God, and just that he's able to wake me up in the morning to have another fight. Another go at bat. So I didn't imagine this video to go this long, but yeah, I think that's the overall reflection. Just knowing that this is the beginning. And even as I talk about stuff in my mind right now, it's like, I think I'm scared that I'm all talk. Honestly, I think I'm scared that this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the routine, and I just get stuck here, because I've seen that. You know, I've seen that in my family. I've seen that in my friends. I've seen that in many people, you know, like taking on a new job, taking on a new responsibility, and then just cap, you know, like this is it. And I don't want it to be, you know what I'm saying? Like I have these dreams of traveling the world. I have these dreams of giving speeches. I have these dreams of treating myself right and just really being there. I have this dream of having an amazing family and being the most like loving husband to my wife one day. I have these dreams of leading my own legacy and leaving a legacy and doing all this stuff. And it's like, what if I cap here? You know, like, so I'm scared of that. I'm scared of the not knowing what to do next, of how to escalate this. Like, how do I get past this? How do I level up past this phase where it's just like, no one's watching this video, no one's watching the next video, no one's hearing me. I'm technically just a voice in the darkness right now. Not many people are listening. What's next after that? You know, what's next after? How do I get not only myself past that point, how do I get other people to see like it's worth it to do this? Because like, as a guy who's fought for all this stuff and who stood up for entrepreneurship and put himself in this position, why should people even like listen to me? You know what I'm saying? And I think all these stuff is like definitely in my head right now, but I'm excited for it. You know, like this is like my 5th or 4th, some crazy number at bat of like really trying to do something crazy. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I think that would be my prayer request for anyone who so happens to find this video, that just I get continue push forward in that regard, because I want to help. I want to be somebody that really goes after it, you know, like I want to be somebody who doesn't stop it, because there's so much more out of life, you know. Like, yes, I'm IHOP. Not IHOP isn't even that. Like, even if this was a final stop and I was just a servant for all my life, then amen. Hopefully I just kill it and I'm like a world-class servant, and you know, like people from all across the world are coming to this IHOP in particular. Like, you know, if that's my story, then that's my story. Amen. I would kill it. But just for me personally, I know my dreams are very much so bigger than just like what I'm doing right now. So man, I hope I can grow it. I have so much hope just for like Alexandria, Virginia. I have hope for the world. I have hope for my people, my friends, my circle, and it's time to get at it. So yeah, amen. So advice to self, just get started. This video almost didn't get made. I knew it was going to be unpolished. If you guys can tell, my thoughts are a little bit everywhere. And normally like these first videos I make a lot more polished, but I'm like, nah, just document today, taking a note out of Gary V's book, just documenting and just having all my role models in my head. I know I have to get started. And today's day one, like I said. Day one, new phone, new iPhone. Shout out to that. Shout out to Self Garel for hooking me up. Last minute shout outs. But yeah, man, it's time to go to bed. And tomorrow to get back on the horse once again. And even, I think the next big step is even figuring out what's my next big project. Because right now, this video is off the top of my head, which is why everything is so scatterbrained, but I need to formulate this in some master plan and get things started. So, yep. Thank you for coming on this long journey and being with me. And I hope you're inspired by it. Hopefully my works in the future show that this man right here can transform himself, bad hairline and everything. Like, let me just get this on the record so I can look back at myself. Y'all see my hairline, bro? Y'all see this hair? Oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh man, future me, I hope you're doing better for yourself. I'm out of here, dudes.